Workout. Any dipping sauce with them?
Can I have ranch and buffalo?
Yeah.
And it comes with mac and cheese and fries?
Fries, mac and cheese, yeah. I mean, unless you want to sub size out, you can.
No, both of those are fine. And do you guys have Coke or Pepsi?
Cook products.
Can I have a Coke?
Yeah, good.
Hi guys, so I have with me my good friend, my home girl, my ace boon cool. She's also a claims adjuster, so we're gonna just talk about some things that we've experienced. She has some good stories, so we were talking about one. What was it?
Somebody trying to kind of basically get over.
All the time, right? All the time.
Everybody. So she called, and she initially called saying she had some.
Well, we gonna have some bloopers too, so I may just leave part of that in there.
She initially called in about assistance with the payment that we had issued. So I called her back, and she didn't say nothing about the payment. She was saying that they had replaced her roof and the quality of it was trash. And she wanted us to come back out and inspect, and that's just not something that insurance gets involved in. So kind of had to let her know we're not going to come back out to inspect. But
so hold on. So clear this up. So she filed a claim for work that. Sorry, that's okay. Just sit there right in front of my camera. She didn't know, y'all. Okay.
I saw her coming. My eyes was getting like, ma'am.
Okay, so she filed a claim because somebody didn't do her roof right.
Right.
And she wanted you to do what?
Come back out and inspect the new roof.
Okay.
I was like, we inspect for wind and hail. We don't inspect for condition of the roof.
Right.
That's something you got to reach out to your contractor for.
Right. Poor work, faulty workmanship, inadequate work,
Not covered.
nada.
So she was like, okay. I said, well, but send me some pictures so I can take a look at it. I will try to assist you as much as possible. Get an email the next day. I can't send you photos. It's a long story. Give me a call. So I call her, and she's like, well, the photos don't really show the damage, but I have another contractor that's doing work for me, and he was up there, and he said that it's just a horrible job, and I don't even know, when these people even replaced the roof. They just came out and did it and said it was done, and shingles are 2 different colors. There's holes.
But ma'am, where were you when this was going on?
They just did it. And she says, I ain't paid these people nothing, and they done replaced my whole roof.
That don't make sense.
I said, well, that's not typical. Typically, they take either a percentage or enough to cover the cost of materials before they even get started with your roof repairs. And she said, I ain't paid these people nothing, and they just didn't replace this roof. So I said, you know what? I'm going to call you back. So I reached out to the contractor, and she was like, yes, we did replace the roof. And I was like, well, did y'all collect any money from her? She said, we collected 2 payments. One for $7,500 and another payment for $54.95. I said, well, do you have a final invoice so we can look at it for depreciation? She said, it won't be any depreciation. She said, we replaced the roof for, I think she said $6,700. She said, so the insurer has actually overpaid us at this point. And she said, we haven't sent the final invoice out because we still have downspouts that we have to go back and remove and replace. But the insurer has a bee's nest. And until she removes the bee's nest, they can't do it. And I was like, so she's paid you for the roof. Okay. So at this point, I have no choice but to be upfront with the contractor. Like, okay, she's saying that she ain't paid y'all nothing, and y'all done replaced this roof very raggedly. raggedly. And she's not happy with the repairs. And she was like, we just talked to this lady 5 days ago, and she did not mention anything to us about concerns about the finished roof. And I was like, yeah. She also said she ain't paid y'all nothing. She was like, this is so crazy.
Well, so was there hail damage?
It was damaged, and they replaced it. And they just have to finish the downspouts. That's it.
Did they take the photos before?
Yeah.
So
well,
okay.
we covered it. We had already paid for the loss.
Okay, so we paid for the loss. She paid them. They did the work, and she's mad because the work wasn't done to her satisfaction, and she thinks she can do something about it.
Correct.
That ain't how that works.
It's not how that works.
So when you called her back,
well, I called her back and I said, I didn't mention to her that they told me she had already made a payment to them. Because I'm like, you gotta know that you done paid $7,500 up out your account. Like, there's no way. So she was like, I said, well, the lady said that, you know, she's gonna give you a call. They'll get somebody to come back out and take a look at it and address your concerns. And she was like, well, I don't even know if I want them back up on my roof. I said, well, to prevent yourself from having any out-of-pocket expenses, you would want to let them come back out and take a look at it and fix whatever can be fixed.
okay, so we got our food. Sorry for the delay, but these adjusters is hungry. Okay, hand me some napkins, please. Okay, so then you called her back, and she said she don't even know if she wants them to come over, but she needs them to come over.
Hold on, this fry hot.
Okay. Y'all have to excuse us for eating, but hey.
Yeah, so I called her back and I was like, you know, this is what they're gonna do. And she's like, I don't even know if I really want them back on my roof. I said, well, you will want to let them come out and inspect. I said, because even if you have someone else complete whatever the repairs are needed, you need them to be able to see the damages. So she's like, okay. And she was like, then at that point she mentioned something about the payment. She was like, y'all ain't never even, she was like, I don't want y'all to pay them for the roof. I said, well, we don't pay them, we paid you. And she was like, y'all ain't paid me nothing. I said, okay, let me go look. And I'm new to their system, so I ain't know what looking was, what I was looking for. So I told her I would call her back. I put in a stop pay or status on the claim. It came back successful, meaning it had been processed. And so I called her back yesterday. It was yesterday. Called her back yesterday. I was like, ma'am, we sent you a payment of like $9,000 and it was deposited into your account electronically. Y'all ain't sent me no money. I ain't got it. It's like, it's a big amount of money to miss. And she was like, when did you send it? I said, it looks like it was issued on this day and it shows it cleared about 5 days later. She says, hold on, I'm about to get into my account because I'm the one that take care of all the bills, not my husband, so he's good for nothing.
Okay.
I don't have one, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
So, she's going through her transaction. She was like, well, in July, my husband got some kind of extra pay.
Lady.
She was like, and it came in like a couple different batches. So I'm like, well, are any of them $9,000 dollars? And she was like, I'm looking. I see July 31st. I see July 1st. I see July 8th. Well, that was my husband's paycheck. Nothing on the 12th or the 13th.
Say what?
wherever it is.
Okay.
Nothing from your insurance company. So she's like, I'm looking, just bear with me. She's like, how much did you say it was? I was like, 9,000, blah, 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 blah. She was like, oh, I see it right here. She said, I just assumed that was my husband's vacation pay.
Really?
I said, well, you was going to take an expensive vacation on your insurance and be stuck paying for your room. She was like, I said, well, in real life, I'm trying to get like you. I want $9,000 deposited into my account, and I don't even realize that it's there. And she was like, well, I'm just the type of person that when something comes, I just take care of it and figure out the rest on the back end. I said, but you still had $9,000 that was deposited into your account, and you didn't know. And then she was like, I just want you to know, I wasn't trying to get over. I wasn't trying to get no additional money. I don't know. I just missed it. I'm like, okay, well, it's all fixed, so have a good day. Thank you. Ma'am.
It's always something. Shenanigans.
Okay, so